Trayvon Diggs. He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the Cowboys and the...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. So the Falcons make their way out behind their new quarterback for 2024. Signed back in March, the veteran Kirk Cousins.
And coming off of an offseason where Kirk Cousins was coming back from an Achilles injury, he thought that was going to be his biggest challenge. Instead, the Falcons drafted Michael Penix out of Washington in the first round. And while that was a jolt, Kirk Cousins has a great ability to just shake things off, move forward, and let his talents come through.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Cousins to throw it. That's to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play call quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some...
3rd and 14. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. Deep to return is Cavante Turpin. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about it is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now inside the 25. Brandon Cooks. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. The Falcons offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Cousins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Prescott. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Got to give their offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator because right on the heels of the sack on 2nd down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit what a brilliant call. Screen pass works well enough. They're able to pick up a first down.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
Got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Well, well.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it as we resume action. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
The Cowboys offense and the veteran Ezekiel Elliott set to go to work once more. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yeah! There we go! Right there! 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Cousins now. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Eric Kendricks coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Throwing is Cousins. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Youngway Koo on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. To throw is Prescott. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. In motion, that's Tolbert. Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Aubrey now for the point after. And it's 21-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's Cousins. That's brought in downfield by London. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Cousins again. This went into the hands of Pitts. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins. Touchdown! Rondale Moore from 3 yards out. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll get this out wide here to Elliott. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. David Onyemata. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Back deep, Ray McLeod. Taking it about the 16. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
On the option, here's Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is indeed good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now. Cousins. To the sideline and incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Cousins to throw it. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Short throw caught by Pitts. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon. In this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each...
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Ball under 39. Here's a 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. It's caught. Tolbert. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 7. A give to Elliott running left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, I've heard you use... So it's a win here for the Cowboys, and it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game.